Hello everyone, I am Joakim.
And I'm Chris.
We're from Sabaton and you are watching The Metal Voice.
Welcome to another edition of The Metal Voice. Today, the one, the only, Sabaton! Guys, what's going on?
Well, not much really right now. We're doing an interview and we got a show in a couple of hours.
First things first, the new album, Heroes. It's not out yet. What can people expect from this new album that they haven't heard on the last two phenomenal albums?
Oh, well, I say there are some surprises, but it's pretty much Sabaton, you know. We tried to do something a little bit too different, and then people are gonna not like it because it's not the same Sabaton, and if we do it all the same over again, people are gonna think, well, they're trying to rewrite it, you know. So it's the hardest balance for a songwriter to, you know, try and find something new, but not getting out of, you know.
Exactly. I understand. How about the new guys? I mean, that's a new element, right? Now they're bringing in their own. They're bringing their ideas. I mean, they're contributing. They're jamming the songs out. So has that really elevated the songs to another level?
I do think it has elevated the songs, but we're not a jamming band at all, actually.
Okay.
I write the music in general, most of the time by myself, sometimes with somebody else, sometimes with somebody from the band, but when it comes to what we do in the studio, if somebody has suggestions, of course, if it's a good idea, we'll use it. So I'd say the biggest improvement, I'd say, is those ideas that help the album come better, and especially the musicianship.
Have you ever thought, you know what? Let's not do any more war songs. Let's do a ballad. You know, this girl broke my heart the other day. I want to do a ballad, and and seriously, I mean, maybe, you know, some deeper songs with deeper meaning. I love the war stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, have you ever thought that, you know, maybe we should touch upon other subjects other than war?
Yes and no, but I mean, can there be something deeper with more meaning? I mean, in this album we're celebrating people who gave their lives for others' freedom, basically. Sure. So in that sense, but if we did something else, we'd do an album called Ceasefire or something, you know, just for fun.
But would you ever consider it, like, and I'm not talking now, maybe in 20 years, you know, guys, let's just try something different.
Yeah,
it's still heavy metal.
I mean, we could possibly do it, but in that case would still be doing something historical, I think.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess what you're trying to say is you're a fan of history, and you love to put a lot of meaning and meat in your songs.
I mean, I can't see us doing something
Shebop?
No, fiction-wise, you know. We had a lot of ideas. I mean, we do get, you know, books and emails from fans. Some of them are, you know, fantastic, and they are on the albums because we wouldn't have heard about these stories otherwise. Some of them are a little bit nutty because, you know, well, you should make an album about Star Wars. No, thanks, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. And has the other members? Do you always write all the songs, or do you get other? You know, the other band members contributing in other ways?
Oh, well, in this case we've had the first time in Sabaton history I've been writing with another band member.
Okay, yeah.
So we had a little bit of that, but there is, well, as usual, I tend to be the one that...
The brains?
No, when it comes to the musical director, you know what I mean? I've been writing every song alone or together with someone for all our career, actually. And then when we come to the lyrics, it's me and Per. But then when we come to the actual guitar work, in that case, it's usually Chris who, you know, works out something. If it's, you know, oh, I got this idea, maybe we should, you know, extend the solo and do that. So it's a good idea, of course. I mean, I don't care who wrote the song.
Chris, how do you feel coming into the band? You know, this band has a lot of history. You're talking about, what, more than a decade?
Yeah, 15 years now.
And you know, you're like the new guy, right? You're the new guy.
I'm still going to be the new guy. It's exciting. I mean, coming into this band, I didn't really know how big they was before I joined the band. I knew that Sabaton in Sweden and Scandinavia, they were going like this.
That's right.
And when I actually joined the band and we went to Germany, Poland and everything, then I got like, what the fuck? Is this happening? So it was kind of cool, actually, being on this run. It's been a really busy.
Being a rock star,
No,
is it everything you thought it was?
It's nothing.
No, Joakim, was it everything you thought it was? You go, wait a second, I have to carry my own what?
Yeah.
I have to wait in line where? What, I gotta wait for a plane? What? I gotta go on a bus.
Well, let's just say when you were a teenager, you know, or 13 or something, you thought, basically that every band you would see on a small club that they, were rock stars, they made a living out of it, and you wouldn't think that they, were sitting in the security lane for, airport security. You'd think that, that guy, he's playing in front of 200 people tonight. He probably got a private jet. No, not really.
Like, do you walk around, let's say, places that are not Scandinavian countries? I mean, and people, recognize you guys, and
I mean,
all around the world, right?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit less in North America.
Yeah.
Seeing as, we're a much smaller band here. We started out with 2010 was the first album we had out here, and we've been hammering Europe's with tours for 10 years now, basically. So it's a natural thing. We're a bit bigger over there, but it depends. I mean, every country is different. I mean, in Poland, for example, we've been a bunch of mass media and national TV as well. So at that point, you'll be stopped at the supermarket, or
I'll ask you both this question. Have you ever had like conflicting countries? So I mean, you write about different countries in war, but there's a winner and a loser in every war. Let's get straight, right? I mean, the losers in every war that you write about in the lyrics. I mean, they're saying, "Oh, wait a second, I didn't remember it go down like that. That's not how it happened."
Oh no, we have never had anyone. Actually, we never screwed up so big on the facts. But sometimes, seeing as it's heavy metal, and if it's a very hard and brutal song, we kind of like to zoom in and tell the story from a soldier's point of view, or one combatant's point of view, and that sometimes has pissed off the other side, if you know what I mean. So we had death threats from Argentina because we sung about the Falkland War, and we the most
because the victors usually write history.
Yeah. But from our case, it was the sound of it had all of these. With the Vulcan planes they used and all of that machine. From the Argentinian side, I mean, we might as well have told it from that side, but from a military perspective, there was not so much you could put in there, actually. So we just chose the British side.
It's interesting.
But they really pissed off now.
But it's
no Sabaton here.
But it's kind of strange. I mean, we sing about history and we don't use it in a political or religious way, nothing like that. I mean, they make movies about stuff like that, but people don't get upset about that. I mean, should you call Steven Spielberg a Nazi because he made a...
Absolutely not. No. Look, I'm Greek. I'm Greek background. I'm born in Canada, but I could tell you, coat of arms, the Greeks swarmed around the song, right? And the album. I mean, like because it touched them, right? But wait a second, it's an Italian-Greek war. But what are the Italians' point of view on this?
Yeah, we played.
They're like, I don't like this song.
But that's kind of the safe place, because we noticed that if we're singing about World War II, and if it's any Axis losing and you're singing from the Allies' perspective, you're always somehow safe. Of course, Germany, I mean, they don't care about this, but if somehow, God forbid, we zoom in and sing it from a German point of view, all of a sudden people are watching, and all of a sudden it has to be a political message there. Well, we say, no, we're singing about Blitzkrieg in the song Ghost Division, from Rommel's point of view, and for the military things that he achieved. And he was never a member of the Nazi party. He had nothing to do with the, what's it called? The final solution, the Holocaust.
The Holocaust.
Yeah, exactly. It had nothing to do with any of that. And
but just like a documentary, when you bring the truth out in a documentary, is when people get shaked up, and I think that's what you do.
We want to tell it as historically accurate as possible. And I know sometimes people are not really comfortable with the truth.
But the truth is the truth, right?
I think it's more for us. I mean, it's more meaningful to write about something that happened and actually means something to people. I mean, war is an awful thing and should not happen, but it shouldn't be forgotten.
What are your favorite means of transportation on the road? Train, boat, helicopter, plane? What are your favorite means of transportation?
I actually love our European tour bus. We have our own tour bus, and somehow it is more comfortable. I mean, unless we're going over the Atlantic, it's kind of hard to put the boat on the bus on a canoe and paddle over.
Yeah, for sure.
But in general, I say a tour bus situation is where you feel most comfortable.
And I guess when you're in North America, it's not much borders to cross. It's a lot easier than waiting at customs, right?
Yeah.
Customs is brutal.
I mean, in Europe though, it's quite easy. Yeah. With the European Union going on, U.S. travel, there's a sign that says, "Hello, welcome to Belgium." Okay. "Hello, welcome to Netherlands." Okay. "Hello, welcome. You're now in Germany." So you haven't left the bus a single time. You passed 3 countries already. Okay, perfect.
And we'll go back a little in time here. What about the old band members?
Yeah.
I mean, are they starting?
Well, they do have a band called Civil War.
Okay.
Yeah, but they played about as many shows in 2 years as we do in a month or 2.
Do they do the catalog of Sabaton?
No, not much at all. I mean, they still liked heavy metal. I mean, it's quite easy. I mean, everybody wants to be a rock musician at any price when you're 18.
Yeah.
But when you're around 30 and you're not really making that much money, but you're away on the road 250 days a year, you've got wife, kids, and it's not for everyone,
Is that why the whole breakup happened? Because
I mean,
look, guys, we just can't. We love the job, we love music, but we just can't love the lifestyle. Maybe.
No, they do like it, so they got to go on. They've done 1 headline tour in Europe. That's about what they did, 15 shows, and then a couple of festivals. But I mean, for them, they still love doing it, but they would rather do it as a hobby than do it professionally, because, as we said, we all started out when we were, kids in
garage bands.
Yeah, exactly. We weren't the best musicians in town. Trust me. We all taught each other how to play as we got along. And to be honest, we all together, discovered that the idea you had of what being a rock musician isn't true at all. So we found out basically that, this is not what I thought it would be. And at that point, especially when we are looking at a situation where 2 guys are quite certain of it, too much, and then the rest are, it's not going to be the same. Well, then I'm out too, and then I'm out too.
Okay.
All right. Better find some new band members then. well, in a sense, it's good we agreed on it.
I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, it's every kid grows up in a believing that rock star is just like we said, right? It's all fun and games, but there's a lot of hard work that goes into it.
Yeah,
exactly.
And, is there anything you want to say to everyone about the new album, the tour?
Well, keep a lookout for us. We will be hammering North America quite a lot in the coming year.
I appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much.
And I wish you all the best luck, and we'll do everything we can to promote Heroes.
Please do.
The new album by Sabaton, Heroes.